specchio del mio mutamento, la verità dei dubbi miei.
What a lovely day here in this little Italian town called Maranello. Call me a lucky bastard, I don't care, because I know I am. It is no secret that I am a Ferrari fanboy. Getting invited to the home of Ferrari and being given the key to their most powerful series production car Ferrari has ever made, it is definitely a privilege. To develop an improved replacement to the already superb F12 seems like a tall order, but the wizards in Maranello somehow managed it with this, the 812 Superfast. The 8 in the name represents 800 horsepower and 12 cylinders, hence 812 or 812. The Superfast name is derived from Ferrari 500 Superfast in the 60s, and also because it is super fast. This thing is a weapon on wheels. 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 with a 7-speed super quick dual clutch gearbox. It generates 800 horsepower and 780 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 in just 2.9 seconds. 0 to 200 in 7.9 seconds. It goes all the way up to a top speed of 340 km per hour. It is even more powerful than the limited run F12 TDF. On the outside, it kind of have the F12 silhouette with the aggressive long hood, fast back roofline and short rear. The vehicle dynamics department has to work overtime to make sure that this car doesn't get an additional wing at the back, which means for a car this powerful, it needs carefully placed cuts and slits for air to pass through from one end to another, creating downforce as it cuts through the air. It even has 30% increase in downforce thanks to the new underbody design with 3 pairs of curved dams underneath. This particular unit is finished in Rosso 70 NE, which is a special rate to commemorate Ferrari's 70th anniversary. On the inside, it is still very driver focused and it's a lot more fancier right now. What's new is the steering wheel design and has got a new Manettino switch as well. And this is the first Ferrari to get electric power steering, for a good reason which I'll explain later on. I love this middle part with the new Airvan design, and you can opt for the 8.8-inch full-coloured touchscreen display to keep your passenger entertained. Apart from increasing the engine capacity from 6.2 to 6.5, a lot has been done to the engine. In fact, 75% of the engine is new as compared to the one in the F12. New intake manifold, new 350 bar triple direct injection system, new cylinder head and all that, squeezing out as much power as possible. An 800 horsepower Super GT, how does it drive on the road? It is definitely the most powerful and fastest car I've ever driven. In terms of ride, it is slightly firm. Well, you can have the bumpy road setting on to make it feel better. Maximum torque can be achieved at 7,000 RPM, but at 3,500 RPM, you get 80% of it, which is a lot of torque, enough to bury you into your seats, which makes the acceleration so addictive. Listen to that! I can just keep on driving on and on and on this beautiful Italian countryside, but we've been told to head back to the track. I don't see why not. The day just got even better here. I'm right now on Fiorano circuit, Ferrari's very own testing ground where they test out their legendary race cars and road cars as well. Now I'm on race mode and let's unleash the beast. I don't know where to begin. The acceleration, the response time, the grip, and the sound. Oh, I'm being all 9-year-old again. The gear change is so quick. On race mode, it's even faster now. 30% on the upshift and 40% faster on the downshift. And it also got shorter gear ratio now, which means it's more rev happy, it's more responsive, and it's a lot screamier. There's so many clever things that's going on underneath the car to make sure that you have fun with the car and at the same time you don't crash. It has this thing called the virtual short wheelbase version 2. That is a concept that came from the F12 DDF. It incorporates a lot of things like the rear wheel steer. Yes, it has rear wheel steer. Larger front tires, SSC5, which is the side slip control version 5. And this is also where the electric power steering comes to play. With all that, it gives you a very agile, very manageable control to the car. The rear wheels steer at the opposite direction of the front wheels when you're going below 50 km per hour. At higher speed, they go the same direction with the front wheels to shorten the wheelbase virtually. The larger front wheels help significantly in providing grip and control at high speed. The adoption of electric power steering is not only to have faster response and quietness, but it is also to better communicate with the driver. Here, it is able to tell you if the car is almost at its limits of grip or when it's oversteering, by way of steering wheel torque to make sure you realign the wheels to the right direction to regain control. And it feels so well balanced. It's a front mid-mounted engine. Oh. But with a rear... But the transmission box is mounted in the rear axle, driving the rear wheels. With this tri-axle setup, it gives it almost perfect weight distribution. But in this case, it's slightly rear biased, which is 53% rear. 800 horsepower car, but it feels so nimble. They managed to make it so easy to drive. Just how? It's just amazing. $8,900 RPM, 800 horsepower, all in the disposal of my right foot. There's no other way of saying this, but it is super fast. It's just amazing. They might as well call it the super amazing. I'll just try to be naughty here by putting it CT off and see what happens. Okay, this is turn 6, a hairpin turn, which is flat. Let's see if I can make it out of here. The 812 Super Amazing is surely a worthy successor to the F12. It is agile and the steering feels great. However, it has got a downside that even the bumpy road mode can't really fix. But hey, this thing will gobble up miles after miles of distance without you even realizing. Grow up, GC Mah, grow up. You're not a 9-year-old anymore. It is basically my childhood dream coming true. I've always wanted to come to Maranello. What more driving on Fiorano test track? Ferrari, please, I need to come back again.